And now for more insight on the Lisbon Treaty, we have joining us on the line Mr. Ding Yifan from the Development Research Center of the State Council. Hello, Mr. Ding.
Hello.
Many are calling today a historic day for the EU. Could you tell us about the significance of the Lisbon Treaty now that it's about to take effect?
Yes, the Lisbon Treaty has been considered by outsiders as a big step forward for the European political integration. But the Lisbon Treaty is somehow a substitute to the European Constitutional Treaty, because the European Constitutional Treaty has been failed, rejected by the referendum in France and in Netherlands. So this time the Lisbon Treaty has been conceived to some extent as a substitute, but representing some concessions to member states. So in this regard, this kind of Lisbon Treaty is to be considered also as a step somehow backward compared to European Constitutional Treaty.
Well, what role still do you think the Lisbon Treaty will play in the future development of the EU, and what impact, if any, will it bring to the EU's foreign policy front and its image promotion on the world stage?
Yes. What is important in Lisbon Treaty is that the European Union tried to make a single voice on the international thing. To some extent, the Lisbon Treaty defined a permanent president of the European Council, so the position is considered as the president of the European Union. So we can expect that the European Union could have a foreign policy more or less integrated, so European Union can express its position in a single voice in the international arena. But the fact that the Belgian Prime Minister has been selected as President of the European Union poses some questions about the credibility of European Union's President. Unlike the President in the United States, the European Union's President won't have as much power as the President of the United States, because the President of the European Union is much more like a coordinator than a real power. It has to coordinate foreign policy of sovereign state members, because the Lisbon Treaty has been defined as an organization of sovereign states.
Finally, do you think the Lisbon Treaty will influence the growth pattern of other regional political or economic organizations?
Somehow, yes. The European Union also has been a model for regional integration or for regional construction projects across the world, in Asia, especially in East Asia, and also in Latin America, especially in South America. So those countries will consider the impact of the Lisbon Treaty on the process of regional integration. But it will take a long way to go there, because in other regions, the regional integration is just starting.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Ding Yifan from the Development Research Center under the State Council.